I tested out Bolt and Lovable so that you don't have to, because if you end up choosing the wrong AI app builder, it's likely you're going to end up wasting a few weeks and losing a few $100s down the line. So this is the comparison between the two. Now before we start, Lovable and Bolt fall under the same category of AI app builders, but they're actually both not the same thing because Lovable is more of a builder for me type of tool where you describe your app idea in plain English and it spits out and can spit out a full web app which can include the front end, the back end, the authentication, and the databases and the hosting as well. Whereas Bolt on the other hand is for people who have more experience in software development because it's like an AI powered app development environment. It's like having a senior engineer sitting beside you helping you write the code and debug faster. So if you don't code at all, these tools might sound magical at first, but let's actually see what happens when you actually try to use them. So let's start with the user experience first. With Lovable, the process feels like magic at first because you just type something in the prompt by saying, for example, I want a project management app with team collaboration, time tracking, and task management. And within a few minutes, you'll get a fully functional web app that you can preview. And it can even say things like, say for example, to be able to have the feature to add in Stripe payments or make the sidebar easily collapsible, and it'll be able to instantly update. So for a non-technical founder, it feels like you're chatting to a developer who actually listens to what you want and actually gets the job done, which is great. But here's the catch. Lovable works great for common use cases. So these common use cases can be like SaaS dashboards, simple marketplaces, or content platforms. But the moment you need something more complex, specific, or custom, it will end up starting to fall apart and end up costing more tokens. So small tweaks can end up costing tokens, and often the AI can't understand complex logic, or it gets messy, especially when it comes to API connections as well. Now with Bolt, it's a completely different vibe. It's still built for developers who have that development background, but you can still describe the features in plain English. Say for example, you can say, create a React component for user profiles with form validation, and Bolt will be able to write the code for you and you'll be able to see that code as well. You can see it and edit everything. And if something breaks, you can prompt it in Bolt by saying like, why is this error happening? And Bolt can be able to explain it to you like a senior developer. But the catch is with Bolt is that you do need to have that background and understanding of knowing how to code. Otherwise, you're going to end up getting lost real fast. And when you get lost real fast, you're going to end up burning more credits trying to figure out what's happening. And you're just going to be going around in a loop trying to like prompt this, fix this error, try and understand what's happening here, try and solve it yourself, and you're going to end up going around in circles, burning more time and credits if you don't have that background in software engineering. Now let's talk about real-world performance. Now when I tested both tools by building my dividend tracking app, Lovable finished the app quickly with smooth authentication and clean design. Bolt's output slightly looked a bit more polished, but it ran into database errors, missing columns, schema calculation issues, and it even ran out of tokens before it was fully fixed. Lovable was more reliable but limited unfortunately, but Bolt was more powerful but unfortunately more fragile and more prone to breaking most of the time. So if you don't have that technical background, you're probably going to prefer Lovable because it just works most of the time than just Bolt. But if you're a developer, Bolt can be a productivity monster once you get used to it, and you can deal with the consistent crashes that happen time to time. So let's talk pricing. Lovable starts at around about $25 a month for private projects with unlimited prompts, which is ridiculously cheap compared to hiring a full-time developer. Bolt starts at around about $20 a month, which is cheaper, but since it's usage-based, cost can add up depending on how much you rely on the AI prompts. So here's how I look at it. Lovable can look like it can replace a junior fresh-faced developer, which is cheap, fast. Bolt enhances a senior developer, which is powerful, but you need the skills in order to be able to understand and utilize its advantages if you choose to use Bolt. So who actually wins here in this scenario? Honestly, neither of these tools replace a real development process because at the end of the day, these are tools, not teams. But I would say is that if you're a non-technical founder who wants to prototype your idea quickly, Lovable here is the better pick because you can literally get an MVP within days, see your idea in action, and validate before investing big time. But if you eventually plan to scale your app long term or want fine control, you're eventually going to hit limitations with these tools. And this is where working with an experienced developer like me becomes essential because these AI tools can get you 70% of the way there, but the last 30%, which includes getting production ready, integrated and scalable, this is where unfortunately most founders are going to hit a wall. So if you're a founder with an app idea and you're not sure which path to take, I help people just like you design and develop apps efficiently without wasting months or tens of thousands of dollars. You can click on the link below to book a free strategy call with me using the link in the description below. We'll go through your app idea, your goals, and the smartest way to bring your app idea to life in the shortest amount of time, whether that includes using these AI tools that I've outlined today or full-on custom code. I'll see you in the call. And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button so it reaches more founders like yourself, and to subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.